going on, everybody? I'm Chris. Thanks for watching. He's big, he's beastly, he's fast when he gets up to speed. I wanted to talk today about one of the most requested players in the comments of these videos, Mr. Leonard Fournette. And I thought I would frame it in terms of, let's find some plays that help us be honest about what he is and what he isn't in order to evaluate his fantasy stock for 2018. So let's dig in, shall we? What Fournette is, first and foremost, is power. He's 6 feet, he's 228 pounds of bad intentions. If you don't have momentum as a defender, you're in serious trouble. Watch number 53 on this play, Marquise Flowers. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of deception here. He's the middle linebacker. Go get the guy on a power running play where the defensive linemen are all doubled, but no blockers even try to get to the second level because the Jags know Fournette can handle himself. And he gets low, and he drives into Flowers' chest. And yeah, you're going backwards into the end zone. Quick break to say thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring today. Now, you know I have the Harris Football 2018 Player Profile Almanac. It's a draft guide that I think you'll really like. You've heard me talking about it. And DraftKings will get it to you for free if you make a first-time deposit of $10 at DraftKings. All you have to do is click on the link in the notes of this show, go on over to DraftKings, make that first-time deposit of $10, wait 24 hours, and we will send you the Almanac. And normally the Almanac costs $17, so this is actually a pretty darn good deal. So do it. If you've been interested in getting the Almanac, I think you'll like it. It's got 200 plus pages. It's a PDF. It's got a lot of players in there, a lot of humor, a lot of film grades, stuff that you hear on my podcast. I think you'll enjoy it quite a bit. And thank you so much to DraftKings for sponsoring. Now let's get back to more Leonard Fournette. Okay, let's get back into it, and we'll go all the way back to Fournette's first regular season game as a rookie. Now, I believe this is an inside zone play. It's well blocked, but let's just pay attention to Fournette sending poor Andre Hal to the fiery pits of hell. That is what you call finishing a run. Fournette is a deliverer of punishment, and of course, not every play sees him squared up and being able to tee off on a defender quite like this. This is one of the punishing runs of the year. But the larger point would be you're certainly getting a goal line back who has his team's faith that he can score from inside the 5 nearly anytime he touches it there. Or, you know, not even so much just running into people, but to get a sense of his leg strength, this is only a 3-yard gain. But it is one hell of a 3-yard gain. This is one of those 3-yard gains where you go, yeah, yards per carry, bad stat. Should he have lost, 2 yards on this play? The fact that he stopped and hit square on the backside by Denoris Cersei, runs off in another direction, gets wrapped up by defensive lineman David King in the backfield, shrugs him off, and then breaks one more tackle, an ankle tackle right there on the way out of bounds. That is power. Now, he's not perfect on power plays. Nobody's perfect on all power plays. Joe Schobert goes low on him on this play, stops him at the goal line. But even then, just look at the force being generated. Every reason to suspect you are getting maximum usage possible in touchdown-rich environments. So I guess it's probably not a huge revelation to say Leonard Fournette has power, and he does have some pretty intimidating long speed when he gets out into the open field. It's funny, I talked about him on my podcast and didn't mention him among the fastest running backs in the league, and I got some pushback. I got some tweets, and I got some emails saying, hey, don't you know that the NFL has these next-gen stats, and that Leonard Fournette was actually timed as the fastest running back in the league on any given run at any given point? Fournette had the fastest miles per hour, so doesn't that mean that he is one of the fastest running backs in the league? And I will say this again, I think his long speed is great, but I'm going to start showing you here these next few plays why long speed and acceleration are two different things. So this is the run in the regular season against the Steelers when the sensors that the players carry around with them in their shoulder pads reported that Fournette submitted the fastest run of the year, just over 22 miles per hour. Doesn't quite put him in the league of a literal Jaguar, or should I say Jaguar, because those guys run 70 miles an hour, but it is fast. There's no criticizing this play. It's great. We'll take it. 90-yard touchdown to seal what was already pretty much a blowout. But also note, let's just say Fournette didn't have to do a whole lot here. Seal block by the right guard, number 60 there, clear lane, run straight. Cool. I mean, we'll absolutely take it. This run, beginning of the Rams game, that's a nice little hop step when he gets to the second level, but again, he gets to keep his vector going in the same direction. No actual directional adjustment needed as he's going, but you can see these defenders being like, wait, he's that big and he's that fast? They're sort of throwing themselves at him, and he's on them faster than they expect. Watch number 43. Like, do I have an angle? Surely I have an angle. Wait, is he running around me? He's running. And then number 21 there, that's Kayvon Webster. Kayvon Webster ran a 4.4 at his combine. He's even with Fournette, and nope, he's not going to catch him. Top end speed is great, no question about it. So the limitation comes in the phone booth. Is Fournette nifty enough to do two things? A, evade in short area with quick feet, and B, adjust on the run to find the running lane that breaks him free so he can use that top end speed. This is not me trashing the player. He's a really, really good player. But I think a more dangerous runner, if we get him on the edge like this, with a pulling tight end, I am one-on-one against Denzel Perryman. Perryman, nobody's idea of a burner, and he makes a good play, but, there's something there a little more if we get a little more foot quickness from Fournette. Same game, little flare to Fournette in the flat, and if we sort of freeze it when he catches it, look at the distance between him and Perryman. That's 7 or 8 yards. And I'd love that running back to do something decisive right there, right? Instead of pitter-pattering his feet. If you just burst, if you have that ability to just accelerate, all those sort of clunky steps let Perryman close in on him. The linebacker gets him, and then he tries to push off, and it's just too late. Now I want to try an experiment. Let's look at this play from Fournette on which he does absolutely nothing wrong. He takes the inside handoff. He sees number 74 there, Cam Robinson, sealing off a block. Fournette finds the hole. He gets there. He gets through it. It's okay. It's a 9-yard gain, and I'm not criticizing it. I would be wrong to criticize it. But let's compare it to this play, which I already showed you in the Alvin Kamara video, which is already posted on our channel. I just want to see this same angle. Can you appreciate how much faster it just looks when Kamara gets to that hole and when Kamara decides to hit the gas? It really is sort of a different animal. It's the difference between steps, 6, 7, 8 of each run. One guy is fine, he's pretty average, he gets tackled pretty solidly, and the other guy is just electric, just scooting faster than most humans can. Now, not having acceleration like Alvin Kamara is not a sin, but it's why I say calling Leonard Fournette the fastest running back in the league based on a radar gun reading would count as a misnomer. But let me wrap up the Fournette film by saying none of this means he's a slug. He's not LeGarrette Blount, for heaven's sake. All this stuff is on a continuum. Fournette is really good, and he does sometimes cut off one foot like this. This is nasty. Remember how those couple clips where Denzel Perryman had his number? Yeah, not here. That's a stop foot, go foot, sort of one-legged cut, explode out of that cut leg without needing to pitter-patter or gather himself. Fournette does have some changes of direction, and that's really nice. He can make some big plays that way too. You just don't see it all the time on his film. So why do we care about this? Why am I picking these particular nits? After all, Leonard Fournette is a power back who can score touchdowns, and who's a threat to make big plays. Why would I be criticizing him? And I'm really not. He's my RB10 in a standard league. He's my RB12 in a PPR. But that is half a step out of the first round. It's half a step behind the guys who I think are a little bit more complete. And the reason that I care that Fournette doesn't quite have that same acceleration is that he's a little more situation dependent. He either needs the big hole that springs him and he gets to run a long way and score a long touchdown, which is great, wins you weeks, or he needs the Jags to get tackled inside the 5, or himself to get tackled inside the 5 and to score a short touchdown. Whereas the more complete backs that I rank ahead of Fournette, what I'm terming the more complete backs, have more ways to hurt you and more ways to manufacture big plays themselves. It really is a nit to pick. I really like the player. He's very, very good. I'm probably not taking him in the first round. If you are, I can't really criticize it. He's going to have a big workload, and he probably is going to have a pretty big year. Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.